Members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints try their best to live the law of tithing. Tithe means 10%. In other words, we donate 10% of our income to the Lord in order to support and build His church.
I do 8, 12, maybe 9, 10.
If you have $1,000, you donate 100. If your income is 100 chickens, you donate 10 chickens. If you have 10 children, you donate 1 child. It's that easy. Yes, that last line was a joke. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is a worldwide church. We have thousands of meeting houses and now it's over 160 temples around the world. Tithing helps to build and maintain those buildings. Tithing supports the various needs of local congregations as well as family history research. We've also got our worldwide missionary and education programs. Those also need funding, and tithing helps to make all of this stuff possible. The commandment for the modern church was initially revealed in 1838 through Joseph Smith. Some churches will collect donations by passing a plate or whatever around the congregation. That's not how we pay tithing. Back in the olden days, to pay your tithing, you'd privately fill out one of these little carbon copy papers, put a copy in an envelope along with your tithing, and then secretly slip it to the bishop. Nowadays, at least in some parts of the world, you can do it online through your account on churchofjesuschrist.org. Now, there are a few important things to understand about tithing. First, it's voluntary. If you're a member of the church, the law of tithing applies to you and you should pay tithing. If you want to get baptized, you have to commit to live the law of tithing. If you want to go to the temple, you'll have to be living the law of tithing. That said, you're not going to get excommunicated for not paying tithing. Second, nobody you see at church on Sunday is paid for what they do. The bishop doesn't get paid, the stake president doesn't get paid, the nursery leaders don't get paid 1 penny from the church, even though they probably deserve it. They've got jobs or whatever just like everyone else. They're normal people. General authorities receive a living allowance, but in the words of President Gordon B. Hinckley back in 1985, the living allowances given the general authorities, which are very modest in comparison with executive compensation in industry and the professions, come from business income and not from the tithing of the people. So not all the church's funds come from tithing. There is a business arm of the church. The church invests, they own farms, property, and businesses that also provide resources, but tithing is the financial law of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Now, a lot of people have the question, should I pay tithing on my net income or on my gross income before taxes are taken out of my paychecks? The only instruction we have is to give 10% of our annual income. Each person has to figure out for themselves what that means.
Something you have to discover for yourself.
Look inside your heart.
The same applies to gifts you receive, scholarships, grants, etc. You have to figure out what a full tithe is for you and then stick to it.
Stick to it, no matter the squalls.
Now, tithing is often referred to as a commandment with a promise. The late Elder Robert D. Hales taught, "The Lord promises in abundance of blessings. Some of these blessings are temporal, just as tithes are temporal, but like baptism and the sacrament, the commandment to pay tithing requires temporal sacrifice, which ultimately yields great spiritual blessings." So those blessings can take any form, which makes paying your tithing a real act of faith. Some people that don't share our faith look at tithing as just greedy religious leaders extorting money from the membership. And I guess the best way to deal with that perception would be to ask a Latter-day Saint tithe payer why they pay tithing. Again, tithing is voluntary. When you go to church, you have no idea who pays tithing and who doesn't. And I think that was part of the intended result of the scripture, "Take heed that ye do not your alms before men to be seen of them. But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth, that thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly." If you have any questions, drop them in the comments section. Check out the links in the description for more on tithing, what it is, why we do it, and what it's used for. And have a great day.